Obviously, an uneasy environment with 8 days out. Give us kind of the broad picture of where we stand now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Uneasy. It's a little confusing, I think. And some past recent midterm elections, I think it's been clear at this point. But I'll show you where the confusion comes from. First of all, here, take a look at the generic ballot. This is where you ask folks, do you want the Democrats or the Republicans to be controlling Congress? And it's kind of all over the place in terms of what you can see here. This is the Real Clear Politics average. Now, they have their average of polls gives Republicans about a 3-point advantage, 2.9 on the generic ballot. That would be a lead probably enough to give the Republicans the House, although in some of these recent midterm waves we've seen, that's also a smaller number than we've seen for some other parties at this point. But it's not what we're seeing everywhere, because if you look at the 538 average, they have a bit of a different formula, a few different polls between these two averages. They have it at Republicans by 0.8 of 1 point. We said, well, let's just take a look. Let's take every poll that was taken in the last 2 weeks. Let's average them together. What would that look like? That would have it at Republicans by 0.4 of a point. So there's a big range here, I think, relatively speaking, where it looks like there's some kind of Republican edge. But that Republican edge in the polling is not on the same level as we've seen in some of these huge wave years that Democrats and Republicans have had in the last 2 decades or so. And there's a big difference between Republicans winning by 3 points and Republicans winning by 0.5 point, just in terms of what that would mean for the House, what that would mean for the Senate. So the generic ballot is sending some mixed signals. And then there's this. This is new from Gallup. They ask folks the issues they consider the most important, very important. And you see the economy tops it, abortion, second crime, gun policy, immigration. Then you ask folks who say these are the most important issues to them how they intend to vote. And I think this is interesting, too, because look at this. On all but one of these topics, Republicans have an advantage. And on 3 of them, the economy, crime, immigration, Republicans have massive advantages over Democrats. So when you look at this issue set, you look at how these voters are breaking along these issues, you see what looks like a significant Republican advantage. But again, you go back to that generic ballot, and this is not right now looking like a runaway in the polls for Republicans.
Crime has been the sleeper issue when I go out and talk to voters in some of these states. You know, it's not scientific, but it's just one of those things that keeps coming up that I feel like maybe we miss in some of our conversations otherwise. Steve, you've got this new podcast coming out about the sort of political, it wasn't violence at the time, but the rise of political rhetoric even in the 90s. Do you see similarities between the kind of Gingrich Republican Revolution and what we're seeing now? What's the same, what's different in these two political moments?
Yeah, it's the podcast, thank you for mentioning, is called The Revolution, and it's about the 1994 midterm election. And to put this in some context here, control of the House, when it's changed. You go back, 1954, Republicans lost a majority they'd had for 2 years. They lost it to the Democrats. And then for 40 straight years, the Democrats controlled the House of Representatives. They started calling it the Permanent Democratic Congress. Republicans were never even close to a majority. And the podcast tells the story of how in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, Newt Gingrich came to Washington, and he had a vision of nationalizing politics. He saw that the media was evolving, national media, cable news, that sort of thing was starting up. And he saw a possibility in nationalizing politics that could, he thought, give Republicans a majority in the House. And lo and behold, in 1994, it was a shocking midterm election. For those who remember it, that Republicans gained 54 seats and got the House. And I think, and this is what the podcast is about, that 94 is kind of the origin story for our politics now, because it was the first truly nationalized midterm election. And since 1994, changing hands in the House, no longer that uncommon. In 2006, Republicans lost it to the Democrats. In 10, Democrats lost it to the Republicans. In 18, Republicans lost it to the Democrats. In 22, with just a gain of 5 seats, Republicans could win it back. This could be the 5th time, really, since 94 that we've seen the House change hands in the midterm election. Before 94, it had been decades. It had been generations. I think 94 was a key turning point in nationalizing our politics. And in the podcast, I hope you give it a listen. Tells you the story of how that happened.
What's interesting to me, especially when you put it in the context of like the Pelosi attack and the talk about tyranny, I can see how you would be frustrated with 40 years of Democratic rule. But if we're coming up on maybe a 3rd straight change election, the system's working in the sense of if you're angry, you can flip the House. You can change things pretty quick if you really want to.
No party. I mean, you go back and you look at Republicans in the 70s and 80s, and so many of them felt it was impossible.
Right.
They were just resigned to being in the minority. That's the thing now. Democrats, Republicans, they lose power. They have that feeling right away. We can get it right back in 2-4 years.
And they have been.
Yep.
All right, Steve Kornacki, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.